that's just the tip of the iceberg. There's much more to unpack here. From Fahim's alleged ties to government intelligence agencies, Michael Jackson's war against Sony Music, Diddy's connection to Sony Music higher-ups, and much, much more.
What's up, y'all? It is the Double N, and welcome to the Double N's Bubble. This is where we talk about whatever the heck we're going to talk about. Typically, sometimes it's stuff about the Black community, but I think I want to kind of do like these little reaction videos. I feel like my TV is insanely loud. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. And anyway, so we're going to go ahead and react. I have finally found, I'm like going to talk early on, like, basically, TikTok has finally allowed it to where if you go on the website, they can display your actual collections. Because it used to be that you like something on your saved and you go onto TikTok website and it's like you can't even actually see how it's separated into different collections. Because I have, like, whenever I go on TikTok and there's like videos that I like, I put it into the reaction. But now I can do that, so I can actually react to videos. So we're nice and comfy, y'all. I got my little blanket on. You know, we just gonna be chilling. Kids sleep, everything. And we're gonna watch. We're gonna watch these videos with my crazy headphones and all. A lot of these videos I haven't seen. Personally, like, I'll watch a little bit and I'm like, okay, yeah, these are really good, let's go ahead and react to it. So if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe for weekly videos. I also post shorts in between. You know, sometimes schedule starts getting crazy, so might not be able to post every single week, but I do try. If not, there's gonna be buku shorts that are posted instead. So yeah, like, comment, and subscribe for more. This video we're gonna watch is about Kanye, and I'm just gonna kind of go through it.
Attempt to kill me or kill me like they killed Michael Jackson or JFK.
At first I thought this dude was in jail.
What did you guys think? Aaron Connor, the guy who wanted to talk to me about the Harley Pasternak situation. If they did do that, they would say, "Oh, it's Ye's mental health." So
I own half of Sony.
Like, I'm serious. Like, I thought this dude was like in jail, like doing one of those interrogations. My bad.
Only half of Sony's publishing and I'm leaving them, and they're very angry at me. And Tommy Mottola is a devil.
Dang.
So it looks like Kanye West claims that Michael Jackson was eliminated by industry higher-ups are back in the spotlight, and it's all thanks to this new lawsuit that was
Is that
filed against
surprising?
Diddy. Now, if you're wondering what Diddy has to do with Michael Jackson's death, well, prepare to have your mind blown because the details are absolutely insane. So you remember how Kanye revealed his former personal trainer Harley Pasternak tried to institutionalize him, and then everyone claimed Kanye was crazy? Well, what's actually crazy is that Harley was revealed to have previously worked as an intelligence agent for the Canadian military.
His
And it now
eyes
turns
don't
out
look
Michael
trustworthy.
Jackson might have had his own Harley Pasternak. It's this guy, Fahim Muhammad, who also happens to be Diddy's chief of security. Fahim was mentioned several times in the latest lawsuit against Diddy filed by producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones. And according to Lil Rod, Fahim acted as the connection between Diddy and law enforcement, ensuring that Diddy could run what Lil Rod called criminal enterprise without any interference from the authorities. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. There's much more to unpack here. From Fahim's alleged ties to government intelligence agencies, Michael Jackson's war against Sony Music, Diddy's connection to Sony Music higher-ups, and much, much more. So let's get into the details.
I refuse to take this, right? You understand that if I had taken the medication, I would not be here, and it would have been, oh, he was deeply troubled.
Dang.
We miss him. We love his music, though.
Well, they would have Britney Spears you. I mean, look,
They would have Michael Jackson.
or worse, yeah.
Okay,
Dang.
so let's first talk about all the suspicious details about MJ's death and his highly publicized feud with Sony Music.
Okay, like, first of all, I think everybody at this point really has concluded that they took him out, because, like, who makes a song like "This Is It" without feeling like, hey, there's people always watching me? Let me stop with all these references from his songs. But you gotta think about that. Like, this dude legit made a whole concert series called "This Is It," and of course you could have taken it like, oh well, it's because he's wrapping it up. He's like 50 something years old at the time. But I think that deep down Michael knew that, you know, this is it. Like, if he's able to do it, like, they probably wouldn't let him do it again if he made it out alive. And then, like, with Kanye talking about, they're gonna put on medication, like, y'all gotta be very careful, you know, some people really be out for people speaking out, and sometimes I'd be like, dang, I don't know if I could really. Y'all ever have like this real like, you don't know if you can side with this person or not? It's kind of like with Candace Owens. Like sometimes Candace Owens says good things, but that's kind of like the devil anyway. You know, the devil has to put some truth in a lie, or else you won't believe it, right? So I feel like Kanye, it's like he says some good stuff sometimes, and he just goes left field. And sometimes I'm like, I understand why he wouldn't take medication, because all the people who are out trying to get him. I mean, he was like, what, not the first black, I think, was he like the first black rapper billionaire? Something like that. I don't know. But he's one of the few black people who, by this Western standards, was considered a billionaire, because you know, there were other black people who were rich that they just didn't consider by Forbes to be billionaires. So I wouldn't trust taking anything from people either, unless I saw them make it at that point. Because, I mean, he's probably super paranoid. I wouldn't be surprised. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know, sometimes maybe he does need medications, because some of the stuff he be saying be like really left field.
All the suspicious details.
Low-key, he
about
might be a
MJ's death and
genius,
his highly
though.
publicized feud with Sony Music. On June 24th, 2009, the night before Michael Jackson died, his personal physician, Dr. Murray, gave him a mix of meds to help him sleep. However, nothing was working, so in the morning hours of June 25th, Dr. Murray decided to administer a propofol injection. This seemingly did the trick, and Dr. Murray left Michael sleeping to use the bathroom. However, when he returned minutes later, he found Michael unresponsive with a weak pulse. Dr. Murray performed CPR for about 10 minutes and administered something to counteract the sedative OD. But surprisingly, a 911 call wasn't made until 12:21 p.m., almost an hour and a half after the initial discovery.
Dang.
Dr. Murray quickly arrived. They performed CPR for another 42 minutes and then rushed Michael to the Ronald Reagan UCLA Medical Center. But sadly, nothing could be done, and at 2:26 p.m. on June 25th, 2009, the King of Pop was declared dead. And once the initial shock wore off, the internet became a breeding ground for various theories, with fans questioning the official story. According to the autopsy report, Michael's cause of death was propofol intoxication, and it was officially ruled as a homicide. Dr. Murray quickly became a prime suspect, especially when it was revealed that he had used an unconventional CPR method on Michael. The LAPD and the DEA launched an investigation, but MJ's fans speculated that the police might be trying to hide something. Reports in the media suggested that the LAPD didn't properly seal Michael's house to prevent mishandling of evidence, a claim later denied by the LAPD. Dr. Murray was eventually charged with involuntary manslaughter and sentenced to 4 years in prison. However, MJ's fans weren't satisfied because they believed Murray was just a scapegoat in a larger scheme. You see, Dr. Murray initially joined Michael's team in May 2009 through AEG Live, the promoter for MJ's final tour. Although AEG Live claimed that Michael personally wanted...
What the... Okay. I guess that's the end of that video. But what do y'all think? Y'all think that it was planned for MJ to get taken out, or was it really just an accident?
Who released this show just released this show. If you don't know about this, you need to. Released on August 25th, here is the official description for the show, Little Demon. 13 years after being impregnated by Satan, a reluctant mother Laura and her Antichrist daughter Chrissy attempt to live an ordinary life in Delaware, but are constantly thwarted by monstrous forces, including Satan, who yearns for custody
Wait, why is this?
of
What does it
his
have to do with
daughter's
Disney?
soul. And
Did I
take a
miss
listen
it?
to what a few of the cast members from this show had to say.
I love that we are normalizing paganism. Laura is a pagan.
Why is she
She's a
talking like that?
witch. She's
like-
jacked. She's
No, wait, I gotta
protect her daughter from
pause.
demons.
Why is she talking like she's holding the mic like so particular? Like, I like that we're normalizing paganism, and like, like, why is she? She's speaking so creepy.
She's got to protect her daughter from demons, and she's got to get her house in order.
It's really easy, actually. No, I mean, I the way that I approached Chrissy was that, similar to Aubrey, that she's a real
really
person,
dark eyes.
and that, I think that there are dualities in everyone, and I think that being a 13-year-old girl you can be demon-like at times, and I think that was a really fun way to explore, coming of age grappling with like your broken family. I felt like, you know, that was just the way to do it, was just to be myself.
Disney ABC
So weird.
Domestic Television, which is a TV distribution company owned by the Walt Disney Company.
I didn't know
the
that.
same company who owns Disneyland, now has their name behind a show which is centered around a family whose mother is deeply involved in paganism, the father who is literally Satan, and a 13-year-old girl who they're calling the Antichrist. But the underlying question is, what is Disney's ultimate agenda? And I think I might have figured it out. If you want
Okay,
to know
let's
what
see.
it is, head over to my YouTube
Oh.
channel and check out the full video that I just
I have
posted.
to watch the full
I'll see
video.
you there.
Sorry.
The same company who released
So
this show
we're not gonna find
just
out right
released
now.
this
But I get what they're saying. You're basically saying that because Disney owns this company, what owns ABC, which owns or created this show, that, am I tripping? Basically, Disney is the parent company, right? And for them to allow this show is like questionable. I think it's questionable in general. Why would anybody want to allow a show like this? Like, but maybe I'm playing devil's advocate a little bit. I don't know. I feel like we shouldn't be surprised that a show like this is on there. I don't know if it's really that deep. Am I wrong for saying that? I don't know if it's really that deep. We already know Disney is a part of a lot of things, questionable things, if you go down the rabbit hole a little bit, okay? I think maybe people don't recognize that a lot of companies that run television is like this. There's been crazier things on TV. That doesn't mean that it's necessarily okay, but I feel like at this point, if you haven't already figured out that maybe you should be particular on what you watch on television, then I don't know what to tell you. But I guess, I don't know, a lot of people are waking up. I mean, Disney in general has already been like, people have been saying this since like 2010, all the different like hidden messages in Disney. I don't know, I'm not really shocked. I'm not really
This
shocked.
is why exposing the truth is scary.
Okay, why is it?
People who expose the truth.
One of the most amazing things that I have ever seen is the bottom of the ocean. It was while filming for Blue Planets in the Gulf of Mexico. I noticed there's something out in the distance. Couldn't tell exactly what, but it looked like a dark band. And as we approached it, the dark band became a donut. I saw this donut. It was black in the center. What the heck is that? And so as we get closer and closer to it, I noticed that the black band had what appeared to be kind of water lapping against the shoreline. This band was a ring of mussels. And inside the ring of mussels was a lake. And it's like, wait a minute, I'm already underwater. We went out over the water in this lake and tried to descend in it and bounced off. It was so super saline and dense that the submarine couldn't go down in it. We literally bounced off, and as we bounced off, we sent ripples heading back.
That's kind of
to the
cool.
shoreline. It was insane.
Dang. Oh, a helicopter crash. There's always a helicopter crash. Y'all know that like the people who were trying to do like the Super Bowl coming from Nigeria died in a helicopter crash.
This is why exposing the truth
Okay,
is
but
scary.
this is the thing about it, okay? I don't know. Maybe I gotta like put my tinfoil hat on a bit tighter and take off my sciencey hat. And people in the comments actually said there's a brine pool. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It's a brine pool. But you never know. The fact that a submarine can't go down it proves, or I don't know, at least gives us evidence that perhaps people have never been down a brine pool. I don't know if they could put robots down a brine pool. That would be something interesting to know. But as of right now, we don't really know what's down under a certain surface. Like there's a certain level of pressure that we can't send anything under, and we don't know what is underneath that level. You don't know if like a freaking Godzilla is underneath there, and I'm not even joking around when I say like Godzilla or what, Hydra, like some freaking sea monster type stuff. We don't know what's underneath there. We don't know if mermaids are underneath there. We don't know if aliens are underneath there, because like people have said, like, what if space is the ocean? What if UFOs come from the water underneath, like rather than above? And what if above is actually water also? That's why it's blue. But some people say, oh, well, it's just a reflection of the sun creating certain colors into the sky. You know, I mean, I understand. I mean, it makes sense, right? Like, but I don't know. You know, I mean, I could go on and on about that, but I wouldn't necessarily say that's like a big, huge exposing of the truth. Are you saying that there's a different realm? I don't think he said anything that deep. I would have to see what other stuff this guy said that would be so crazy for him to get taken out like that. Because like, to me, a brine pool, just discovering a brine pool isn't that deep. He had to have said something else for me to feel like, okay, exposing the truth is scary. Like, what did he say that was so scary? Then, oh, I see, because it's so saline, or there's like, I can't go through this dense amount of water or dense amount of salt. I don't know what was deep about that, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just.
Y'all ever wondered what happens to celebrities that decide not to sell their soul?
Okay.
They are the 1, 2, 3 hit wonders. That's what happens to celebrities when they don't sell their soul. They become the 1, 2, 3 hit wonders.
Okay.
When you get into entertainment, Hollywood entertainment, I definitely believe there's some sort of energy exchange. I've witnessed people glow up, and there's a point during their glow up, as soon as they get signed, they change. Their energy shifts.
I want to have one of
This
those
is why it's
things
so
in my
important
hair.
when you're trying to blow
It's
up
nice.
that you really establish self-identification, self-realization, shadow work. Like, you know who
Okay,
you are
I have
to
a question,
the
y'all.
soul.
I'm curious from you guys. What do you think shadow work is? Because there was a period of time, maybe earlier this year, where everybody was doing like a shadow work journal and stuff, and I was like, I kind of wanted to do it, but then some people were talking about it's kind of esoteric. I'm not into like that. I'm not into that type of stuff, yo. I'm not trying to dive into a realm that I just don't even want to be in. I'm just, you know, like some people talk about like standing in front of a mirror and saying certain things. And if you've ever had OBEs or lucid dreams, you know that looking in a mirror can be a scary thing. Not scary as in, oh my gosh, but scary as in it's a level. I can't even explain it. What sometimes happens when you look in a mirror. I don't know. It could be a tool for you to realize that you're dreaming, and then it could be a tool for something else to realize that you're aware that you're dreaming, or something else to see that you're out of your body. I don't know. So let me know what y'all think about shadow work journals and like certain things in it, because I'm not trying to open up no portals. I'm very big on that. You know, I'm very big on spiritual things. Like, y'all, I have stories for days, okay? I'm not trying to up it. I've even had an experience even last night. You know, I'm not trying to y'all let me know what y'all feel about these shadow work journals. Bro, okay.
This is why.
Y'all ever wondered what happens to celebrities that decide not to sell their soul?
They are the 1, 2, 3 hit wonders.
We gonna
That's
just
what
restart
happens
it
to
at
celebrities
the
when
point
they
that
don't
stopped,
sell their
'cause it's
soul.
not letting
They
me
become
replay.
the 1, 2, 3 hit wonders. When you get into entertainment, Hollywood entertainment, I definitely believe there's some sort of energy exchange. I've witnessed people glow up, and there's a point during their glow up, as soon as they get signed, they change. Their energy shifts. And this is why it's so important when you're trying to blow up that you really establish self-identification, self-realization, shadow work. Like, you know who you are to the soul, to the core of your being. Because the further you go, the more they try to pull you from that. And you become a puppet for them. You're money to them. You're nothing. So know who you are before you blow up.
Y'all ever wondered what happens to celebrities that decide not to sell their soul?
Pause. She's not wrong, you know, because like, if you don't know yourself, and that's with anything, whether or not you become like a big huge Hollywood celebrity, it's before any type of recognition. Like, if you don't really have a good sense of yourself, you can easily be influenced and led astray. What's going on my screen, bro? Screen tripping. Why is it blue? Okay.
Y'all ever wondered what?
Y'all, these neighbors are so loud.
The passing of Councilman Eric Mays. The circumstances around his death have many questioning his cause of death being declared as natural, and it has definitely raised a few eyebrows. Here's why. At the time of his passing, he was serving a 90-day suspension for what the council deemed to be conduct unbecoming of a council member. What was that conduct? According to the council, he made constant frivolous motions and used racist rhetoric. When he passed, he was in the process of filing federal legal action against the council. This is after a judge denied his request for a restraining order to block the suspension. Also, let me add that Mr. Mays had sued Sheldon Neely, the mayor, the city, and the city council members in the past for their unfair treatment of him, as opposed to that of their colleagues. Not to mention, he had 2 recall drives. The Michigan State Police were investigating the GoFundMe that was set up to aid with his legal fees. And his pay was also being garnished after the judge dismissed his lawsuit against the mayor, the city, and the council members. So although we saw him fight for his constituents, he was having a hard time with the powers that be. And in the weeks leading up to his death, it is reported that he stayed close to his home on Russell Avenue. Was he being threatened? Additionally, the fact that his cause of death was almost immediately released is odd, to say the least. And I think they decided to release this information as quickly as they did to prevent protest and avoid them having to answer the public as to how he really died. I'm sure there will be more details surrounding the strange and untimely passing of Councilman Mays. But until then, let's continue to send condolences in the comment section to his family, and may he finally rest in peace. Take care.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting that he passed away right when he was like kind of rising. Like, a lot of people were reposting him and stuff on the internet, and all this stuff was going on. I think whenever you have a black man, just to be real, whenever you have a black man that starts like speaking out too much and having too much pull, especially in a seat like that where he can actually make some changes because he's in the council, crazy stuff started happening. It's really
Y'all
sad.
can fuss at this lady all you want, but she is not going to stop posting her daughter anytime soon. Jacqueline, a mommy TikToker who runs this account / digital scrapbook for her daughter Rin, is under fire once again for posting content featuring her daughter, some of which can be interpreted to be suggestive. Like this video that she posted of her daughter sitting down on this whoopee cushion in a dress. I'm not gonna share it for obvious reasons, but this one in particular just gave me the ick. And this lady knows what she's doing, y'all, because why would she make something like this the thumbnail on her videos? That's a bottle of frozen honey, but why does it look like a limp ding-a-ling? Now, of course, everybody's worried about the safety of this child, considering her face is all over the internet and so many people are saving and sharing her videos, prompting Jacqueline to make a video addressing everybody's concerns, which was so sincere, and you can tell she was not reading off a script at all.
TikTok analytics show that my followers are 76.8% female. That's more than 13 million females, including lots of moms. And what baffles me is that rumor spreaders express such passionate concern for my daughter, yet law enforcement has found zero real proof about these untrue allegations. Repeating false information over and over will never convert into fact. Doing so is wrongfully smearing my daughter's name and unjustly damaging my reputation.
Keep in mind, she posted this video back in 2022, and now that she's under fire again, she is still not stopped posting. She's just turned the comments off. And why wouldn't she? This lady has over 17 million followers on TikTok alone. There's no telling how much money she's making off of what some people may consider exploiting her daughter. The risk may be worth the reward right now, but I really want to know how Ren is going to feel about this when she's older. Y'all can fuss at this lady all you want, but she is not going to stop posting her daughter
Y'all gotta be very careful what you put on the internet, because this society is freaking crazy. All this like peace stuff, and how they're even fighting for certain rights to be a part of this of a certain movement, which I know a lot of people from that certain movement are absolutely against them trying to join that. But you know, these type of unseemly characteristics and just the promotion of just nasty stuff, man, like, you gotta be really careful. Make sure you protect your children. I hope you guys enjoyed this short or straight to the point type of video. I'm just kind of testing this out. If you guys do enjoy these, let's see if I can get 10 likes. If I get 10 likes, I'll make another one of these. Until then, hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.